They say trading is a numbers game, a game of probabilities, of edge, of cold logic. But behind every click of the mouse is a heartbeat. And behind every heartbeat, a belief, a desire, a quiet voice that whispers, I need to be right. We don't start this journey thinking that. In the beginning, we think we want freedom or maybe money or the ability to work from anywhere. But what we're truly chasing is something deeper, the illusion that we are in control. And nowhere is that illusion more seductive and more dangerous than in the markets. Because the market does not care. It does not reward effort or punish laziness or follow any script that makes us feel safe. It simply reflects, like a mirror, who we are in the moment, our fears, our hesitations, our desire to be validated. And so often we confuse trading with something else. We don't realize we drifted. We stop trading our system and start trading our ego. We start placing trades not because the setup is clean, but because we want to prove something to ourselves, to the screen, to the ghost of that last trade that went against us. And the more we crave being right, the more blind we become to the market's reality. We ignore signals. We widen our stops. We justify bad decisions because we can't accept being wrong. But here's the truth. Being wrong is inevitable. You will be wrong. Often, repeatedly, sometimes painfully. And that's not failure. That's the job. Being wrong is part of the process. And the faster you can detach your self-worth from your trade outcomes, the sooner you'll find peace in the chaos. Mark Douglas said it best. You don't need to know what's going to happen next in order to make money. That one sentence can change everything. You see, consistent traders don't predict, they prepare. They aren't trying to be right, they're trying to trade well. Because they understand that trading isn't about certainty, it's about execution. It's about playing an edge over and over again without emotional interference. Imagine that, a mindset where the outcome of a single trade means nothing, where a loss doesn't sting because it was part of the plan,
Where a win doesn't inflate your ego because you know it could have gone the other way.
That mindset is rare. It requires emotional maturity, patience, repetition, humility, and most of all, it requires you to give up the need to be right. That's the great paradox of trading. The more you need to be right, the more you'll lose. The more you accept being wrong, the more you'll win. Not because the market rewards humility, but because humility keeps you in alignment with reality. It keeps you disciplined, centered, clear. Think about the last time you broke your rules. The last time you added to a loser or doubled down on a revenge trade. Were you doing it because it made sense? Or were you trying to prove that you were right all along, that the market was wrong, that you could will your position into profit if you just held on a little longer? But the market doesn't bend to will. It only responds to structure. And when you abandon your structure, you abandon your edge. You abandon the one thing you actually can control because you can't control the outcome. You can only control your process. That's the difference between a professional and an amateur. A professional shows up, follows the plan, accepts the loss, logs the data, rests, repeats. An amateur tries to force success, takes it personally, chains after the market like it owes them something. But it doesn't. It never did. And that's the gift. Because when you stop needing the market to validate you, you begin to trade with clarity. You begin to trade with peace. You stop holding your breath on every candle. You stop reading into every tick. You start seeing the market as it is, not as you wish it to be. And slowly, trade by trade, something shifts. The anxiety fades. The hesitation softens. You stop rushing. You stop needing to win. You start trading the moment, the setup, the edge. And in that quiet space, where your identity isn't on the line, the magic happens. That's where real confidence is built, not from winning streaks, but from consistency in behavior. From knowing that no matter what the market does, you won't abandon yourself. You won't chase. You won't justify. You won't need to be right. You'll just trade. And that's enough. That's always been enough. Because in the end, trading's not a battle with the market. It's a conversation with yourself. Charts don't care. Price doesn't care. But you care. You feel it all. Rush, the fear, the doubt. And that's okay. You're human. This journey will test every part of you. It will expose your patterns, your insecurities, your need for control. And that's not a curse, it's a mirror. An invitation to grow, to evolve, to learn the art of surrender, not in weakness, but in wisdom. Because real strength is the ability to act without needing to be right. Real discipline is doing what your plan says, even when your emotions scream otherwise. Real freedom is when you stop needing each trade to prove your worth. You're not here to be right. You're here to trade well. You're here to honor your edge. And if you do that over and over and over, the results will come. The money will come, but more importantly, so will the peace, the stillness, the sense of alignment between who you are and what you do. That is the trader's path. Not the flashy wins, not the perfect calls, but the quiet mastery of your own mind. And if you can master that, one breath, one setup, one journal entry at a time, then you don't just become profitable. You become powerful, calm, consistent. You become a trader who no longer fights the market or fears being wrong. You become a trader who no longer needs to be right. And that is where the real wealth begins.